day I'm rising to my inner vision.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Unknown Tribe, Palmaïa's channel where we speak to all the amazing people who come through the resort. My name is Alex, I'm the founder of Palmaïa, and today we have Michaela Vais with us from Germany originally, but now the Dominican Republic. And she's a chef, she's an author, she has a webpage with incredible recipes. And she has an incredible YouTube channel where you can also learn how to cook, about the different recipes for baking and cakes and other healthy food. I love what she does because all the food in her book is similar to what we do at Palmya. There's no industrial seed oils, there's no industrial flours, there's no processed sugars. So I'm really interested to hear about all these things. So Michaela, how did you start off with this amazing journey into super clean vegan baking, eating, and healthy eating in your life?
First of all, thanks for having me here.
Oh, thank you so much for coming.
Yes, and yeah, I actually started like 15 years ago. I had severe acne, like when I was 30, and I did a lot of research what could cause it, and then I read about dairy, that could be the culprit, and so I just thought, no, I couldn't go vegan because of cheese.
Right.
It was so hard for me to give up cheese.
Exactly.
So I thought like, no, there must be a different reason.
Right.
And yeah, but then it got even worse. And then I stopped eating dairy and also eggs. So I went vegan. I was already vegetarian back then. I went vegetarian when I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
I stopped eating meat 40 years ago.
Wow.
Yes, and so it wasn't too difficult, except the meat, except the cheese.
The cheese is always the killer.
The cheese
for me too.
was
The
so
Parmesan
difficult.
was the hardest, right?
Yes, like the mozzarella on pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
It's not
the
easy.
most difficult. And then my skin improved so quickly.
Well, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny you say that because it's so true. When I was a kid as well, and like 16, and all the zits you were getting and everything. And I'm thinking, of course, I was in boarding school eating probably terrible quality food.
Yeah.
And I was also chugging down 2 liters or 3 liters of milk a day.
Wow.
Right. And then I remember when I stopped as well, I stopped getting like marks on my face and things as well. So it's funny how obviously the quality of what you eat probably has lots to do with it. So what I was eating probably wasn't that good quality, but your body definitely detoxes through epithelial layers in your skin and places, no?
Exactly, yes.
Cool. And then, so what did you do? How did you get into all this world of like content creation and everything?
Yes, so like I went vegan and my skin improved and everything was a lot better. But I didn't make the connection between like the dairy industry and the egg industry. I had like no idea when I was vegetarian that it's like so cruel.
Yeah.
And then I watched so many documentaries, and then I saw
They got you.
Yes,
true.
yes, I saw it, and then I was like, I actually was obsessed with it, because I was always loving animals so much. And then I became like an ethical vegan, and I still am.
Yeah, it's an interesting moment in life, that, isn't it? When you realize the truth and you actually like connect with it, and you go through this moment of anger in a way because you're so angry that you couldn't see it before, and all the animals that you've killed before and everything you've done, and you kind of go on this crusade to convince everyone of the new information you've discovered, but everyone just ignores you. And
and then my sister was like, why don't you start an Instagram account? And that was like over 10 years ago. That's and amazing. I had like no idea what Instagram is. Exactly. It was so funny. So I started sharing my recipes, and it was just for fun. Like amazing. It was my passion, and it was like not because of business or anything. I was just having a lot of fun sharing the recipes in the caption. And then people started to ask me like, can you make a food blog so we can save the recipes and subscribe to your newsletter? And I said, yes, why not?
I think that's amazing.
Yes.
And when you started the Instagram, was it different things, or did you start with recipes from day one? Like, because right now it's all very specific close-up recipes of all these delicious foods that you can cook and eat.
No, at the beginning it was like everything, like some pictures and videos from the beach also, but most of the time I shared like recipes,
Amazing.
And then people were like, I love your recipes so much, and they are so unique because I love like doing brownies with sweet potato, with zucchini, or some unique.
That's amazing. And do you feel that like over the past like 10 years since you started doing it, has like this clean eating plant-based food become more popular, or has it had a dip and then a surge, or how do you see it going in general?
I think it became a lot more popular.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. But now with all the keto and carnivore diets, I notice like most people are not interested anymore in vegan diets. Like it was like this, and then now it's starting to go down a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's what's happened was that the whole vegan movement started, and then I think it was like co-opted in a way and taken over by industry and everyone, and they kind of used it to push an agenda.
Yes.
And then people see through the agenda, so they went against the veganism, thinking that's the agenda, but it's really how it got like taken over in a way, right?
Yes.
But I think that, as you said, the ethics, either way, whether there's an agenda or not, I think the animals, we still need to do the best we can to protect them. If we can also eat in a non-violent way, then I think it's very beautiful, no?
Yes. And also the funny thing is that most of my followers are not vegan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Sometimes I ask on Instagram or on my newsletter, like, how many of you are vegan? And so many are not vegan, but they write me like emails like, yeah, I'm not vegan, but I enjoy your recipes so much. And like I share them with people who are not vegan, and they are so surprised that vegan food can be so creative and so delicious.
Yeah, that was one of the issues I found with the original vegan movement. It became so attacking to everyone else that everyone close to it. So it was very hard to get people to actually eat plant-based in general, no? But the what happens here, for example, at Palmaïa is that about maybe 3, 4, 5% of people are vegans, but 95% are normal, they eat meat and other things,
Wow.
But they come here because everything tastes so good, and I think many people are what they call flexitarian now in a way, right? So if they'll eat plant-based food, but they'll mix it with other things as well. But the way I see it, it's a win as well, because every time someone eats a plant-based recipe, then it's one less animal that's being killed, right? So either way, it's becoming more positive, and we're helping the world, I think.
One recipe at a time.
Exactly, one recipe. Yeah, we save one life at a time. Yeah. And how did you get your book together? I mean, that's quite an endeavor. It's not easy, is it? They take time to do.
It takes a lot of time. Yeah. And like my followers started already asking me so many years ago, like, do you have a cookbook? And I was like, no, I have no time to make a cookbook.
Exactly.
And then, eventually I just did it. And it took like 2 years or so to test all the recipes. Time, right?
And you're going to do another one?
Maybe.
Come on.
It's not planned yet.
Yeah. But I was just looking through it like before, and it's really good. I mean, everything looks really delicious, seriously. I can't believe, like, most of it, I can't even believe it's gluten-free, because gluten-free, it's pretty challenging to cook good gluten-free stuff. It can end up very hard or very pasty or very dry. But the way you do it and the recipes we have now in the hotel that you've done, they're actually very, like, they're creamy, they're tasty, they don't dry your mouth out. So congratulations, because not everyone manages to get that right.
Thank you so much.
That's pretty amazing. And what about your YouTube channel? How do you see that moving along? What are you doing mostly there? Do you do the same recipe you post on the Instagram and then onto the YouTube?
Yes, like I create the recipe, I put it on my blog, and I film on YouTube. Before I started, like, I now do the long form videos. Before that, I was only filming like my food. I was doing everything at home, like with my tripod, and it was a lot of work doing everything myself with the tripod. And then I found someone, a close friend of mine, and he now moved to the Dominican Republic, and he's also vegan, and he's a photographer and videographer. And I asked him, like, would it be possible that today I take videos of me cooking? And he said, yes, why not? Let's try it. So we started doing those videos in my kitchen, in my studio, and it's so much fun. Like, I'm an introvert. I thought I could never do that. Yes, but it's so much fun now, and I'm getting more comfortable in front of the camera. And I think my audience is loving it, because like my follower grew so much lately.
That's amazing.
Yes, and it's so much fun.
And we often meet many people who are like young generations who are starting out in the content like sphere, and they want to do something themselves. But now there's so much of everything; it's not that easy, right? So, what recommendations do you have to like people who are probably thinking about going into content like you have, and what would be your guiding principles for success for someone starting out to be able to achieve what you're achieving, which is like independence and success through a passion that you have? No?
Yeah, I think the most important is just to start. no matter if you have like bad lighting or a bad equipment or anything, just start and have a lot of fun with it, and then you can improve over time. Like for me, it was the same. At the beginning, I was like having a very bad camera and everything was not so professional. Yeah. But now I think it's a lot better, and I
think that's amazing. And what about, for example, if you what would you recommend also for like monetization? Like, should they concentrate more on their Instagram, on their YouTube, on other things, or Substack? Some people are doing as well.
No, so for me, it's my blog. Like I earn the money through ads. Yeah. And
that's the blog to the webpage, right?
Yes. Yeah. The webpage, ElaVegan.com. Yeah. And on Instagram, actually, I don't earn any money
that's more
at all.
difficult, isn't it? Yeah, right.
Yes.
And YouTube, because YouTube, many people try and do that much, and they look, maybe if they're getting subscribers, they can get like subscription services or whatever.
Yeah, it's possible also to earn some money, but it's not so much. Like on the blog, it's a lot more.
And what about? I noticed there's a lot of like content about baking and things. Do you do? What do you cook best?
I prefer the desserts actually. Yeah, right. When I'm at home, I like eating like curries and everything and pizza.
Amazing.
But I love baking and making pastries and cakes, muffins, brownies. I love that. And I love to use like unusual ingredients. And I also love making bread, gluten-free bread.
Well, bread's lethal. We all love bread.
Yes, because I'm German, I have to.
Gotta love bread, right?
Yes,
exactly.
We eat a lot of bread.
And how about living in Dominican Republic? How has it been for you being plant-based there? Because like everyone asks me, like, you're in Mexico. How is it like? What's it like there? Do you have options, or it's not like in major cities in the world now. There are many options now. But when we come to more of these remote places, like I get asked, about, how do you survive there? What do you do now?
So in Germany, it's very easy. Like everything is vegan. You have so many options, like in the US. But in the Dominican Republic, it's actually horrible. Like there's no vegan cheese. Yeah. Only in the big cities you can buy vegan meat, like forget it. Yeah. And that's why I make everything myself.
Homemade. Oh, healthy as well, no?
Yes.
Yeah. And what about has your diet changed since you went to the Dominican Republic? Because when I came to Mexico, I started eating more fruit and more simpler meals as well. Yeah. Things like that. It wasn't as complex as when I was living in Europe, I think,
Yeah, I eat like a lot of whole food, plant-based at home. Yeah. Sometimes when I go out, I will also eat like gluten, but that doesn't happen so often. So I cook everything myself and bake a lot.
And have you had what other health benefits do you feel you've had from going plant-based?
Like I said, the acne improved so much. Also, I had like Hashimoto's. Yeah. And so I stopped eating gluten.
So many examples, right? How people have like healed like themselves going plant-based now. But then what the question is, like most people, what they say also is that, is it the plant-based diet, or the fact that you remove all the processed foods, right? Because the change to plant-based is usually accompanied by going healthier in general, right? So like a lot of people also, like when they stop eating processed foods, also feel health benefits now. So it's always hard for me to explain how much can be from the plant-based diet itself now.
Yes, but for me it was like very clear that it's dairy.
Yeah.
So it was only after a few weeks I noticed such a huge improvement. Yeah. And before that I wasn't like eating a lot of processed food. So it was definitely the dairy.
Yeah, me neither. I never eat many processed food either. I grew up in the Mediterranean, so I grew up on seafood and like super fruit and vegetables, basically salads. And what I noticed is like I was always pretty healthy, luckily. But what I noticed after going plant-based is that when I did exercise, when I stopped doing exercise for maybe 3-6 months, and then I went on a run, if I'd done that before, like that run the first run is 6 months. If I'd done it before, like the day after, I'd be dead. Okay. Like my legs, I'd be like, I wouldn't be able to bend down hardly, But nowadays, I don't do exercise for 4 to 6 months. I go for a run, and I don't feel anything the next day.
Amazing.
So I think that's an incredible testament to the fact that when you eat fiber and prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics, and your gut lining is super healthy, I think the rest of your body gets reflected from what you're putting into your gut, no?
So many people worry about protein.
Yeah.
But I think they should worry more about the fiber.
Yeah, absolutely. Super important, right? Then the protein myth as well, right?
Yes.
There's so much like, everyone's like worried about, not enough protein, but no one's really died of protein, lack of protein in hospital.
And when you say like you are vegan or don't eat meat, then everyone like, wow, you don't get enough protein.
Yeah,
and now suddenly everyone is like an expert, food expert or dietitian. It's so funny.
Yeah, I think there's definitely like everyone has their own journey for sure. But I think that like my assumption is that if people come from a standard diet, what we do at Palmya is that like 100% of the menus are plant-based. There's 20% options of animal swap proteins. But my idea is that whatever you come from, like an American standard diet, which is 90% of our clients, if you come here and eat fiber, then you're going to have disinflammation in your body and it's going to lead to a more healthy effect. And I think people feel that in general. There's lots of comments in general, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like a week, 10 days isn't necessarily long enough to feel huge benefits, no? But I think it can make a difference for many people, as you said for yourself, right?
Yes.
Leaving all these things, no?
Yes, absolutely.
And do you have any questions about Palmya while you're here?
Yeah, I would be very curious to know, like, when did you have the idea to start this luxury vegan resort?
Famous question I always get. Well, this basically happened because I was expanding my other business, which is called Sandos. And for many years, I kind of like, I worked in the hotel business in all-inclusive hotels, like big hotels, 1,000 rooms. And there's so much food waste, you know, there was so much of this. And I was like, how can I make it more environmental? How can I stop throwing so much waste? And what I found was it was very hard to teach people ecology and to care about nature. So I was kind of like thinking a lot for many like times over, like, how can I get people to really care about the world, right? And I realized that in order to get people to care about the world, first of all, I need to get people to care about themselves. Right? Because when you care about yourselves and you realize that we are one, then you can care about everything that's outside. So this was going to actually be an extension of my other hotel. But as I was building it, as I started doing the foundations, the architect I had at the time, who'd been working with me for 10 years, he passed away. Well, he had an accident and went to a coma. So I stopped the project. I said, we're not going to do it. This is it. We're done. And I waited 9 months and he eventually passed away. And I was like, damn, what am I going to do now, right? Because I'd always had him working with me so close and so many things we did together. So I was thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And in the end, I realized that what I need to do and I wanted to do is something that reflected who I was. Because the business I had is a family business and I inherited it. And it was always like my father started it many years ago. And he always said to me, you make money with the volume and then spend it on luxury if you want. And I was like, no, but what if I want to do something different, no? And it was always implanted into my brain that doing something like better and nicer would be detrimental for the business. But I kind of decided that what I wanted to do was something that reflected my principles. All the health journey, I think I'd learned over life, like how to be healthier, all these habits about like mindfulness, your body, spirituality. So I decided that there must be a way of putting this into a product where people can learn that they are important themselves and they are one with the world, and that way they will care about the environment and nature and everything that surrounds us. So I kind of started doing this and we opened it and it kind of evolved into what it is today, which is something completely different from what it was many years ago. It opened as a luxury wellness resort, but it became so much more. Now we have a massive community of people, repeat guests who come here all the time.
That's
and,
amazing.
Who come see the practitioners and they come here for the healing, for transformation, or just to relax on the beach sipping a margarita as well, Why not? That's also healing,
Yes.
So that's how the idea came about.
Yes. I had a sound healing session today and it was so amazing.
That's brilliant.
It was so incredible.
Renee,
I was actually starting to cry.
That's good. There you go.
Like, yes.
Releasing
so
trauma.
many emotions.
So good. That's beautiful.
Like 2 days ago when I was traveling, and I told you it was like such a long travel.
I know, sorry.
But like I saw a truck with pigs, and they were like crowded. And when I drove past them, like one of them looked at my eyes, like directly in my eyes, and I could look like in his soul or her soul, I don't know. It was horrible.
I know, I understand. Every time I see them, it's like...
It was so horrible. It
feels so bad not to be able to do anything, right?
Yes, and I started crying like I could feel the emotion. I could feel like the connection to the
animal, right?
Yeah, so desperate, so hopeless. And I said, like, I wish I could save them all.
I know, but you are saving them all. Yeah, this book is saving them all, or the blog's saving them all, the website's saving them all. So imagine how much work we're doing. I think it's, the fact that we turned our passion to something that can save lives is beautiful, right? And we all do the best we can, because what we do is we do what we can within our reach now.
Yes.
with what's beyond our reach isn't really our responsibility because it's impossible to do it.
We're trying our best.
We can't save them all, right? But we can
course.
save the ones we can. So that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I'd love to thank you for coming to Palmaïa and bringing your principles and your way of life and your book to the people here.
Thank you so
we
much.
have we've got a food takeover in Plantisa where you put some amazing desserts there. And tomorrow we're doing a cooking lesson, right, for all the guests, and you're going to teach people how to do healthy recipes.
Yeah.
And would you like to remind everyone where we can find all your information on your web and everything? So is it ElaVegan.com?
It's ElaVegan.com.
We will put all the links in the website below later on.
And on Instagram.
Instagram is ElaVegan, right?
ElaVegan, on YouTube, the same.
ElaVegan, easy. There you
Pinterest
go.
also.
ElaVegan, every platform available.
Facebook.
Amazing recipes, super healthy.
Thank you so much.
And we can buy you a book on Amazon and other platforms.
Yes, Barnes & Noble,
Everywhere.
bookstore. Yeah.
Buy the book. Let's do it. Amazing.
Thank
you
you
so much for coming.
Thanks so much for having me.
Appreciate it.